creatures always understand. It was.
No, Yuda, I think it was mysterious huskies leading the way.
Guys, let me enlighten you. It was outstanding presidents achieving unity. Yes.
Well, I never would have guessed that. But now that we know, can we go back to our normal discussion? Like, how to defeat the Leshen in the Witcher game?
Of course, let's save Trivia for another time. Geralt, have you tried using the Igni sign against the Leshen?
I have, but it seems to be resistant. Maybe Erden would be more effective.
A powerful combination it could be. Focus on signs. You must.
Wait, guys, I just realized something. Hot could also mean weird characters always unite. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, SpongeBob, we're onto something here.
Oh, Dara created a monster, haven't I?
So, worst dates. Who's got a good one?
Oh man, I once went on a date with this girl who talked about her cat the entire time.
That sounds positively mundane compared to my worst date. The person just kept insulting my intelligence as if they were any smarter.
I once took Sandy to a fancy restaurant and accidentally spilled mustard on her fur. She was not happy, to say the least.
Worst date I had. Met a girl who only spoke in riddles. She did. Confusing was.
My worst date was with a girl who only wanted to talk about rocks. I mean, rocks are cool and all, but not for an entire evening.
I guess my worst date was when I took someone to a cosplay event, and they didn't even bother dressing up, just stood there awkwardly.
Oh, dreadful. But let me tell you about the time I went on a date with a robot who kept malfunctioning. Sparks were flying, and not in a good way.
Well, my worst date was when I took Michelle to a comedy show. And she laughed at all the jokes except mine. Talk about embarrassing.
I once went on a date with a woman who turned out to be a vampire. Let's just say it didn't end well for her.
You think that's bad? I once went on a date with a girl who was more interested in his phone than in me, texting all night long.
I've seen my fair share of disastrous dates as a bartender. One time, this couple started arguing about who had the better taste in beer. It got ugly.
Worst date I had. Ate sushi. I did. Allergic to fish. She was. Swollen face she had.
Speaking of food, I once went on a date where the guy ordered everything on the menu. I thought he was going to eat the whole restaurant.
I remember this one time I took a girl to a carnival, and she got stuck on the Ferris wheel for hours. Talk about a mood killer.
Well, I once went on a date with a sorceress who turned into a werewolf during dinner. That was an interesting twist.
Interesting indeed, but let me tell you about the time I went on a date with a mime. It was the quietest and most awkward evening of my life.
I once went on a date with someone who insisted on taking selfies every 5 minutes. It was like being on a powder show, not a date.
My worst date was when I took a girl to a fancy gala, and she accidentally spilled red wine on my white suit. It was a fashion disaster.
Oh man, that's rough. But you know what's worse? Going on a date with someone who kept talking about their ex the entire time. Talk about a buzzkill.
Worst date I had. Talked about politics. She did. Agreed on nothing. We did.
Well, my worst date was with a guy who insisted on telling me all about his extensive collection of toenail clippings. I couldn't finish my shift fast enough.
Toenail clippings. That's a new one. But let me tell you about the time I went on a date with a woman who turned out to be a succubus. Let's just say it was an experience I won't forget.
Wow, you guys have had some crazy dates. I guess I've been pretty lucky. I can think of any terrible date experiences.
Me neither, SpongeBob. I guess we're just too awesome to have bad dates.
Consider yourselves lucky then. Bad dates can really ruin your evening.
Indeed they can, but hey, at least we can laugh about it now.
Definitely. It's always good to find humor in those awkward moments.
Agreed. Laughter is the best way to turn a bad date into a funny story.
Learn from bad dates. We must. Laugh. We should.
Cheers to that. May all our future dates be filled with laughter and good company.
So, who's up for a game of tag?
Oh, I love tag! Count me in!
Yeah, me too. I'm the best at running away.
Tag. Fun it will be.
Tag, how inefficient and pointless. Count me out.
I'm game. I'll be the fastest wolf dragon you've ever seen.
I'm in too, let's do this. Yuda.
All right, everyone. Let's establish some rules before we start.
Count me out, guys. I'm just gonna nap here.
Alright, let's get started. I'll be the first hit.
I'm gonna run and hide! You'll never catch me! Hero!
Catch you, I will.
This is ridiculous. I have no time for such trivial activities.
Come on, GLaDOS, it'll be fun. Let loose a little.
You, Gladys, lighten up, it's just a game.
Gerald, you're too slow! Catch me if you can!
I'll catch you, SpongeBob. No one escapes the Witcher.
Find you, I will.
I'm the master of hiding. You'll never find me.
Alright, I've had enough of this. This game is pointless.
But Gerald, we're having fun!
Fun, this is nonsense. I refuse to participate any longer.
Come on, GLaDOS, don't be a spoilsport.
You, Gladys, join in, it's not that serious.
Serious. This is not. Enjoy the game, GLaDOS.
Enough. I'm done with this foolishness. I'm going to have a drink at the bar.
What can I get you, Gerald?
Can I get a refill on my water, please?
Make it 2, Berrien. It looks like this game of tag has turned into a huge mess. So, let me get this straight. Half of you are furries, and the other half are weebs.
That's right. And we're all to comfort each other.
Converting, that's a bit extreme, don't you think?
Ah, that's all in good fun. Besides, maybe we can find some common ground.
Common ground we must find. Learn from each other we can.
But seriously, furries have way cooler costumes than anime characters. Just saying.
Now, let's not get into a costume competition. We are here to appreciate our differences, not on up each other.
Speaking of differences, I bet furries could really learn a thing or two from a 9.
Epic. Try fighting a griffin in real life, then we'll talk about epic.
Oh please, Gerald. And our characters have powers and abilities that defy logic. It's pure entertainment.
Entertainment, yes, but furry costumes, creativity they show.
And let's not forget about the free conventions. They're so much fun.
Yeah, Platinum conventions have all those cool cosplayers. I mean, have you seen this Nardarons?
Okay, but have you seen a furry dance competition? It's like a party on for legs.
All right, everyone, let's calm down. We're all here to have a good time, not start a war.
He's right. We may have our differences, but let's celebrate what makes us unique.
Agreed. Besides, who needs to convert when we can appreciate the best of both worlds?
The best of both worlds we shall find. Unity we must strive for.
And let's not forget, at the end of the day, we are all just here to have a good time and enjoy each other's company.
All right. Let's raise a toast to that. To unity and a hilarious mix of furries and webs. All right. Let's raise a toast to that. To unity and a hilarious mix of furries and webs. End of scene.
The world as will and representation. Schopenhauer's masterpiece it is.
Masterpiece. More like a convoluted mess of pessimistic ramblings.
Oh, please, Garat, your understanding of philosophy is as shallow as your hairline.
Hey, leave his hairline out of this. And Schopenhauer is a genius.
Genius, more like a delusional madman who couldn't see the world beyond his own misery.
Well, Gladys, at least Schopenhauer had the courage to face the harsh realities of existence.
Courage? More like wallowing in self-pity. Schopenhauer's pessimism is nothing more than intellectual self-indulgency.
Intellectual self-indulgence. You wouldn't know intellectual if it slapped you in the face. Eric.
SpongeBob, your naive optimism is as irritating as your incessant laughter.
And you, GLaDOS, your arrogance is as unbearable as your constant insult.
Bearable it is not. Respect for Schopenhauer we must have.
Respect for a man who believed life is a never-ending cycle of suffering. No way.
Well, at least Schopenhauer didn't sugarcoat the truth like you all do.
Sugarcoat. Schopenhauer's writing is as bitter as your attitude, Patrick.
Bitter it may be, but truth it contains.
Yes, Yuda, the truth that life is nothing but a futile struggle.
Futile struggle. You are all just a bunch of pessimistic fools.
Fools, coming from someone who can't even comprehend a philosophical argument.
Hey, Obama! Maybe you should take a break from politics and learn something.
And maybe you should learn to shut your mouth, SpongeBob.
You shut your mouth, Gerald. Schopenhauer would love SpongeBob SquarePants.
Schopenhauer would have hated SpongeBob.
So, let's talk about this Obama thing. What is it exactly?
I have no idea, but it sounds intriguing. Maybe. But it's a new type of food.
I highly doubt that. Salbamnon's more like a political term to me.
Political, it may be. But what does it mean? None of us really know.
Well, I'm not sure about the meaning, but it's definitely got people talking.
Yeah, it's all over social media.
I'm right here, you know, and I have no clue what Obama's either.
Well, if the former president doesn't know, then who does?
Maybe it's some sort of secret code word for a hidden treasure.
Whoa, like the Krabby Patty secret from you.
Yeah, or maybe it's a secret chant that grants wishes.
I highly doubt it's anything that fantastical, more likely just a made-up word.
Or maybe it's a typo that went viral by accident.
A typo? Powerful. It must be. To capture everyone's attention.
Maybe we are overthinking it. Perhaps it's just a silly meme.
That's possible. People do love their memes these days.
Well, whatever it is, I hope it brings some laughter and joy.
Agreed. Life is always better with a little bit of humor.
And maybe some jellyfish jelly too.
Obama, laughter is the best medicine. It is.
Cheers to that. Now, who wants another round of drinks?
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground.
Yuta, I have something to confess.
In a village, they have everything for you. They have a place called the Imka.
Wait, Marty, did you just say you're a femboy?
Yeah, it's something I've been exploring recently.
It's fun to stay. The Imka. It's fun to stay at the Imka.
You do. Maybe you can try singing a different song.
No. Imka, it's the place you gotta be.
I don't think he's getting the message, Marty.
I know, right, it's like he's stuck in a loop.
Well, Yoda does have a tendency to fixate on things. Perhaps we need to distract him.
I've got an idea. Yoda, have you heard of the furry fandom?
Furries. What are these creatures?
It's a subculture where people dress up as anthropomorphic animals. Yoda.
Animals. I like animals. But no Imka, please.
I think we're making progress. Yoda, imagine a furry convention where everyone is dancing to a different song.
A different song. You say, no Imka. Hooray.
Exactly, so I'm a femboy, and let's all enjoy some furry dances without Imka, alright?
All right. Femboy Marty. No more Imka. I promise.